This is the last word. What up? It's your boy Bill Corleone. And I'm back with some more sports news for you. They just been playing with the whole situation, the whole Spence and Crawford situation is just, man, it's too much playing going on. People say they want to fight, but then turn around, people asking for too much. There's no compromise from either side, I can understand Earl's plight, because Earl is holding the majority of all the cards. That's just. We understand Crawford. He's a 2-division champion, undisputed in lightweight. But hey, that don't carry no weight. He's not undisputed. He's trying to become undisputed at welterweight. That's his whole mission. So you can't just make it 50-50, you understand me? And just say he deserves half of what's going on when you didn't even put up the legwork. You know what I mean? You got your own promoters even coming out and say you're not marketable. You don't do the legwork, you're not marketable. You don't sell as much. A lot of people don't know you. A lot of people don't know Earl either. But a lot of people. But when I say a lot of people don't know them, I'm talking about some casuals. You know what I mean? It's some casuals, some females, and just all they know is Mayweather. But we're gonna get to Mayweather. But that's all they know is a Mayweather type, right? They don't know just if you just say Earl, or Spence, or you could say it his whole government. They still ain't gonna understand what you're talking about. You can say Crawford. They might think you're talking about the basketball player. You know what I mean? You say Terrence. Shit, they might think you're talking about Terrence Howard, or, you know what I mean? Nobody, Terrence J. Don't nobody know who you're talking about. These are the casuals, though. But on the same tip, us as, people that's diehard boxing fans, die hard, know the rooter to the tutor. You understand me? We know that Bud isn't no way marketable. He doesn't deserve half. I will push the 45, 55. You understand me? 45, 55. 60-40. But he don't want to compromise today. We already went through on the reasons why. Don't nobody want to go through that type of abuse and see their old go without having something to just sit back on and think like, okay, that happened. But look at my account, though. Look at my bank account, But, hey, they claim they have this love for the sport. They claim they fight anybody. It's an anybody can get it situation. Do you know that both of them, I'm not just gonna say Crawford, both of them have to understand this is a greater, later situation. You understand? It's a greater, later situation because, for the simple fact, Errol Spence is on his way to undisputed, which Derrick James is also promoting another undisputed champion, meaning he can double up for Derrick James if he captures this last WBO belt. You understand? But if it's a win-win. But if Crawford, on the other hand, it's a win-win from him because he gets to gloat and say on a I told you so level. You know what I mean? It'll get greater later. You'll get more money being undisputed. I understand there's section and body fees and it takes a chunk out of your purse. That's understandable. But you have to understand that you just can't sit back and think that You just can't sit back and think that it's all peaches and cream for that particular reason. You know what I mean? You know, that's just something you can't do. Because for the simple fact, it's I understand sanctioning fees are pretty high. We understand, you can look it up. But it's the glory. It's the glory at the end of the day. What's wrong with having the glory? And to be able to glow. You know, and to say, you know, I shot that big fish shit down, or whatever you want to call it. I weathered the storm, you know, that nobody else could weather. You know, I took Spence all the way to 12, or you can gloat and say I stopped Spence, something nobody has ever done. Or hurt Spence, because he's never been hurt. I already made a video about that. He only protects his mouth because, like I said, he has dental, and it's easy to get those, you know, knocked out. So he's just protecting his mouth. Each time he was claimed to be hurt, his mouthpiece fell out. So yeah. But anyway, my thing is this: the main moral of really what I'm trying to get at is that Mayweather, man, Mayweather. You smart, but you ain't that smart. You know, people try to call you dumb. People try to call you a little off. You know, things of that nature. But you gotta understand, he's good when it's come to managing his money, and he's good at masking things that's about to go down. You don't understand. Let me get you the way you need to be. Listen up, listen close. Let me get you where everybody needs to be, where no one's thinking. Understand this. Mayweather, he's done a lot of exhibitions. He's really that hey, don't get me, exhibition king. And you know, he fought the likes of UFC fighters. You know, he even fought good friends, and he fought over in China against kickboxers or whatnot. He even though it was fake, he even participated in the WWE, you know, when he fought the Big Show, and fakely knocked him out. For 20 mil. Easy. But now, as he's done all that, if you paid attention to all that, then pay attention to this. He said he was getting back into boxing, right? You see what I mean? He's been training, wanting to get back into boxing, you know, to the point he even reactivated himself back into boxing when he fought Danny Moore or whatever, his ex-sparring partner. You know, he was undefeated. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, when Mayweather fights, he makes sure that cat is undefeated, and I guess that's the only undefeated fighter he could find that he can, you know, help him out with some money, you know, get him where he needs to be, sharpness wise, to showcase his skills to the up and coming boxers or whatnot. But what you're not peeping is he's waiting also. The reason why he's so involved with this Spence and Crawford ordeal and got his nose so far up these two's ass, pause, but you know what I'm talking about. The reason why he's moving so close to this bout and wants to have everything to do with this situation when it comes to Crawford and Spence is that he's setting them up not only for a payday. He wants one of these guys to hurry up. He wants it to, you gotta understand, in the back of Floyd Mayweather, man, he wants it to move along too, quickly as possible. Because let me tell you why. I think Mayweather is 42, 43, and by the time he's 44, he wants to run the division yet again. Yet again. You understand me? He wants to run the welterweight division again because he's chasing greatness. He doesn't want to be compared to the Alis, the Mike Tysons, all of those greats, of that nature. The Roberto Durans, the Sugar Ray Leonards, the Pernell Whitakers. He doesn't want to be put in no light or in Ali's light. That's the main one he's trying to shake. He is really trying to shake Ali's comparison by a mile. Now, mind you, he's already done this by being undefeated. You see what I mean? He's already been undefeated. You see? So you gotta excuse, I was into what I was talking about. I didn't really hear all that NASCAR racing in the background, but yeah, but he, he's sitting back watching. You understand me? Lurking, waiting for these two to get down, because like I said, he wants to run the division. He doesn't want any comparison when it comes to this greatness. You know what I mean? He's so greedy. He's already holding the TBE mantle. He's holding that. But he wants more. So this is what he wants to do. Once this mega fight is made, he's going to be front and center like Don King. But you might not even see him. He might be in the background. He might show his face like Don King. You see what I mean? But he might fade into the background. Only for this reason only, because he wants this fight to happen. And once it do happen, the decision is made. Either Crawford or Spence. Hand is raised. We finally have that undisputed champion. You understand? We finally have that undisputed champion at welterweight. We already got Charlo running a 154. Now, Mayweather has fought in that weight class before at 154, but he doesn't see going after that undisputed title intriguing. And plus, not just that, it's bigger guys in that weight class, and with his age, he's not ready to endure what's going on. The 154 is kind of getting, some hitters up there that'll give old man a hard time, like Mayweather. So somebody smaller, somebody as small as him, like even though Spencer's bigger, but welterweight is his sweet spot. Put it like that. So yes, he's banking on making a huge payday. Huge payday. He wants to do a trifecta. He wants to do one of the hugest paydays in boxing history, bigger than the Pacquiao, Mayweather and Pacquiao fight. He wants to break that record, come back like he's Michael Jordan. You dig me? So he can make that comparison. Me and Mike, you know what I'm saying? Mike came back and got 3 rings. I ran it, retired, came back, took it all from one of the greatest boxers in that weight class of this era. And I took him down. And not just that, I did it greater and faster than Ali. I don't know if he can hold the faster quote, but he did it. On the comeback. Other great fighters have came back, but none have came back for undisputed. And none has came back and was undefeated. So he wants to glow in like 3 different ways. So when it's all said and done, after he does that, he's gone again. And then he wants to be one of the greatest promoters that ever lived. That's going to be his next feat, you know. So he can hold all these on a mantelpiece against any boxer. And he knows in the future, the present boxers is going to be hard for them to match him. And it's going to be hard for any future boxers also to match him. He's already outdone the past boxers so far as finance, you know, in business. Finance and business, how he conducts business. He has the past boxers, he's surpassed them in that light. So, yeah, you know. So, that's one of the big that's one of the big things that he's aiming for, you know. Plus, the whole simple fact that he wants to be better than Ali. I mean, he's just obsessed with that kind of mission. Hey, let him lead to it. But his whole mission is just wanting to fight the winner of Spence Crawford. Beat the baddest person in welterweight and leave in a blaze of glory. That's his whole outlook on what he wants to do. You know, I don't know if he can succeed because I don't think he can beat Crawford or Spence at his age. Maybe he can possibly beat a Crawford, but the pressure that Spence is gonna apply on Mayweather is just, it wouldn't be right. So, hey, if he gets it done, he gets it done. But that's his main goal. And that's the main thing a lot of YouTubers and a lot of casual fight fans and a lot of hardcore fight fans haven't really been mentioning. But that is his goal, is to be the #1 welterweight, undisputed, so he can add that to his list. Because as you can see, when they talk of undisputed champions, they always talk about Floyd Mayweather didn't actually go through with being an undisputed champion. He had the WBC all the time, but he didn't go through with with undisputed. So that's his goal. There you go. This is your boy, Last Word TV. And when I get some more news, it'll be back in. You already know. V, signing out. Peace.